to today's program on My Teacher the Reward. I am Prosperous Onibamo, and this is a platform where we recognize, we appreciate and reward teachers, both formal and informal, who have distinguished themselves in the act of teaching, those who have stood out in their endeavor. Today's episode promised to be entertaining, educating, informating, and very inspiring. We have a guest who have had numerous encounters with amazing teachers, and he's ready to pour out all his experiences. Just relax, and I introduce you Mr. Ezekiel Moses. You're welcome to on set today.
Thank you so much, Ma. I'm so glad to be here. Thanks for having me on set.
You're welcome. Okay, Mr. Ezekiel, could you just give us a brief history of your background?
All right. My name is Ezekiel Moses from Edo State. I was born and bred in Lagos State. I attended primary school in Okeira Primary School, Ogba, Aguda, Lagos. My secondary school, the same Okeira Secondary School at Ogba. I attended University of Lagos, Nigeria, and also went to FRCN, Federal Radio Corporation of Nigeria, where I studied program production.
Oh, amazing. Beautiful. Okay, Mr. Ezekiel, could you just tell us, what's your opinion of a teacher?
A teacher is a destiny molder. A teacher is like a coach in the football team. A teacher is someone who is not necessarily your friend. A teacher is there to correct you, to instruct you, to educate you, and to help you become who you are supposed to be, not who you are, but who you are supposed to be. A teacher sees beyond where you are. A teacher sees into the future. A teacher sees beyond your limitations or weaknesses. A teacher is someone that helps you overcome challenges to become the best. A teacher knows you can even when you say you can't. A teacher is supposed to help you achieve that thing you thought you could never do. So that teacher in your life, there are teachers everywhere, from the family, where you have your first teacher, your parents, to the society that has been structured into a way that from when you're born, you go through primary school, secondary school, you come in contact with other teachers who are not necessarily your relative, but they're there, they have been positioned to help you become the best God created you to be. Beyond your physical abilities that you know, a teacher is someone that helps you overcome those limitations you see around you, telling you you can be the best, you can do it. Someone that tells you you can, someone that helps you and teaches you to do it. A model, a role model that you model your life by. That's a teacher.
Beautiful qualities. Amazing. You know, I love your choice of words. A molder, a builder, you just gave it a coach. In other words, that means a teacher can actually transform your life. You know, having encountered a teacher can just turn your life to a different direction. That is a positive direction. That is who a teacher is supposed to be or should be. Beautiful. Okay, now Mr. Ezekiel, could you just tell us what have you your experiences about teachers?
All through my education, I've come across different teachers, and I am who I am today, even as an author, because I have gone through teachers, and I'm really, really, really grateful to them. There's some of them that I can never forget their impact in my life. One of such is Pastor Femi Paul of Grace Assembly, Dr. Olufemi Paul. You know, he's one of the teachers in my early days as a teenager, you know, who encouraged me or modeled me, counseled me. He was a role model that I wanted to be like. You know, at a time in my life, I was struggling with education. I was struggling with, you know, how you pass JAM, you go through JAM. After I wrote JAM about 4 to 6 times, I kept writing. I wrote JAM and JAM would jam me. I go back, I come back again. At the time, I was losing strength. I lose energy. I didn't want to do it again because as at that time, I was in at Computer Village. I was doing business and making some money. So I just felt that, well, if you go to school, you're going to make money. What if you don't go to school, you still make money? Why don't I just be on the street and make money?
And do very fast.
But, you know, thank God for him. He saw beyond what I saw in myself at that time. One day at a Co-FM compound, I was just passing by and he just walked up to me. He drove past and he called my name. He said, Ezekiel, how are you? I was shocked first that he knew my name because I just joined the church not too long. I was in the choir.
Okay.
I was, a singer in the choir. I was shocked at first. How did he know my name? I went to him. I greeted him, "Good day, sir." And he said, "How are you? Are you in school?" I said, actually, I'm supposed to be in school. And he asked, "What happened?" I said, "Well, I got admission to LASU for part-time school, but I couldn't afford the fees." So he said, "Wow, really? You didn't say it to anybody? Did you tell the coordinator?" I said, "No." He said, "Go and find out if you can still pay, and how much is it?" I said, "Okay, no problem." First, I had the courage for the first time because I had dealt with a lot of seeming failures before now, so I was getting discouraged. So the truth is, my challenge wasn't really money, but it was the fact that I was getting discouraged in that line. So I made up my mind that I was going to go back, get the fees, pay the money. But unfortunately, I got to school and they said I couldn't pay. It was late. I was like, wow, no problem. But I made up my mind I was going to go get money, buy the form, write another jam. And this time I was going to pass, get to school and come back to him with the news that I'm in school. And that was what happened. That was how I got to Unilag.
Amazing. Amazing. There's something so striking you said. You said he mentioned your name. He said Ezekiel. And because of the crowd, the church, you didn't know that this man could notice you. That's another quality of a teacher.
Definitely.
He's very detailed about those who he is imparting knowledge. Even though you're not measuring a classroom teacher, a teacher is a teacher.
Definitely.
So, but he knew your name and he got concerned. He didn't just, "Oh, Ezekiel, how are you? Oh, nice to see you," and that was all. But he asked questions. He wanted to know what level where you are. Interesting. So you didn't tell us. Okay, tell us, what are you doing now?
All right. Right now, I'm an author.
Okay.
I just authored the book, How to Achieve Academic Excellence, because having gone through series of challenges in education, I determined in my heart that I was going to also be a blessing to my generation. One of the times, going to the background story behind this book, I remember when, I had to travel to Liberia and we went by road. That wasn't funny. I went by road. We traveled for over a week. We were on the road. You stay from Nigeria to Accra, different countries within the borderline of West Africa, and then I saw the ugliness of illiteracy. I saw the good, the bad, the ugly, how that potentials really lie in Africa. I saw how that there's so much God has planted in this land. Just like one of those times I was doing the research on the richest continent in the world, and I was shocked to find that it's Africa.
Amazing.
I asked myself, how come I'm in the richest continent in the world, and yet Africa seems to be so poor? And that's where we see the disparity between education. Education plays a great role in the lives of anybody, any society. A great nation is made by great people, it's what builds great people. Great people don't build great nation. It is the people who build the nation. So if the nation can focus on teachers, on education, on building lives, then the nation can be a better place.
Wow. Remarkable. And you came up with How to Achieve Academic Excellence.
Very well, ma'am.
The author.
Very well.
Beautiful. And you said this is because of your experiences. There's something that I want to know. Your experience, because while you were traveling, in Liberia, or while you were in school.
All right. I think everything is all encompassing.
Okay.
Everything is together. Experiences in school, experience traveling, experience even in Liberia. In Liberia, for instance, there was a lot of teenage girls having babies. Having, you see a 12 years old carrying a child. It's not his mother, her mother's child is her child. And, a lot of children are out of school. You see how that these people needed teachers. They needed people who could model them. People who could guide them to see a brighter side of life so that they don't end up becoming slaves in their land. And that's first of all, it also takes away the prejudice of it's my country or it's not my country. It's my my continent and we're humans. Even if it's not my continent, as far as the person you're dealing with, the people are humans like you. How do you impact these people? How do you help them become better? One of the things I did then was also organizing teachers. You know, we set up a foundation which is still present in Liberia today, where you have children who could not afford their fees come to school. They were given formal education. So I spoke to some friends, and we gathered together to start teaching different subjects. That way we were able to impact the lives of these children. Until today, when I see some of their pictures and videos, I just say, Lord, thank you, we did the right thing. Because the truth is, this nation or this continent will be better if we have better quality teachers. And that's why every country must find good ways to encourage teachers, find good ways to, improve the quality of life of teachers, so that when the teacher is relaxed and happy, they have a better mindset to impact better quality of education on the students.
Oh, this is so beautiful. Your experience, your story, the things that drive you, they are so inspiring. There's a word you said a teacher is a model. And that is supposed to be true. You could see my choice of words. That is supposed to be true. A teacher is supposed to be a model. But today, in today's teaching, how many people really want to be like their teacher? How many people want to be like their teacher? But in the sense, I'm talking about a particular side of the world, but in the recent, the people ought to look up to their teacher in everything, in guidance, in instructions, in directions. They look up to their teacher, because the teacher just become pillar of truth of everything they want to become. They see the future, they see the joy, the peace, and all that. I think we have so much to say in that aspect, and if we want to continue in that line, we may not end up, we can't flog it up in one day. So tell us again about a teacher who you talked about. Pastor Paul, how he inspired you. Through Pastor Paul, you giving him the kudos now, because he was the factor in which you went back to school. He was the factor in which you went to the higher institution. So are you saying, of all the teachers that you have encountered who have done so well, you're giving it to Pastor Paul? Is that the most outstanding and inspiring teacher you're choosing?
Very well. Very well. For me, I'll choose him. Wow. And Fela Drotoyin is also one of my great teachers who has inspired me so much. At the University of Lagos, I have Dr. Otun Rashid, who also was a great inspiration to me. Dr. Otun Rashid is a dramatist and a great playwright, who I wanted to be like. And thank God I am like that also. Otun Rashid is one of those people who, he was quite young. He was quite young as compared to some old lecturers. He stood out amongst a lot of his peers, and he actually taught us a lot. And I thank God today that I'm also a dramatist, and I have been impacted. I take responsibility also to impact the lives of people in my society, which is one of the credits you can't but give to a teacher. Every teacher that I've ever been under have been so wonderful, and I really thank God for them. And just if I could say something very quickly about one of the points you mentioned, there was a time not too long, a few years ago, I saw one of my teachers back in secondary school, and I wasn't happy. Close to my neighborhood, I saw him going to play Baba Jebu, and I was wondering, all these local gambling games that people play. A part of me felt somehow I had my children with me. I'm like, how do I tell my children that this is my teacher? And that's where the government and the society needs to work more in. Teachers are not supposed to be people paid peanuts. Let me give you an experience. There's someone I know that's my wife is a teacher.
Okay.
You know, she mentors this person. When she has an interview, she, you know, like her younger sister.
Okay.
When she was going to have a job interview, she will always call her to ask questions and all that, and she will guide her.
Okay.
Now she gets a job outside Nigeria in Dubai, paid about 1.2 million naira, converted to Nigerian currency.
Wow.
But here is our own mentor, paid less, a little less than 100,000 or about that. Someone in terms of experience, you can see the vast disparity.
Yes.
But in terms of remuneration, you can see the huge gap.
Yes.
That tells you that Nigeria has a lot to do when it comes to the welfare of teachers. How can you pay a teacher 30,000 naira in a month when a bag of rice is 35,000?
Amazing.
How can a politician who passed through a teacher, earn way beyond what a teacher can earn in a lifetime in just a month? You can explain it. So as long as we don't place value on teachers, we're going to be indirectly encouraging ritual killings and all the vices, Yahoo, and all the vices in the society. You're going to be encouraging prostitution, because the average girl is going to be like, how can I be like my teacher? When my teacher is broke, I want to be rich.
Yeah.
Do you understand what I'm saying? Yeah. So the truth is, this country and Africa, Nigeria, Africa needs to do more where teachers' welfare is concerned.
Beautiful. You know, you just hit the nail on the head, on the spot. You hit it on the spot. You know, that's why this program is here. It's the answer, actually the answer. We could not wait for the government again and those in authority. So now it's a platform for individuals to say thank you to that teacher who has led them, who has guided them, that teacher who stood out and has made them who they are today, directly or indirectly. You know, you could just say thank you. That thank you will go a long way. That thank you will be an encouragement to what your teacher has done. So they don't have to say teacher's reward is in heaven. They can actually enjoy it here on earth. Thank you so much. Your points are so amazing. You know, I'm actually enjoying myself, even though it's so touching. It's so touching with the instances that you have given and all that. I'm happy that you are a teacher now. Our guest today is a teacher. He's an artist. He's a songwriter. He's a novelist, or he's
a playwright. Poet. I do a lot of my poems. My poems are online.
Wow.
You can get a lot of
You're so loaded. You're so loaded.
Thank you so much.
Amazing fact that you have encountered amazing people. You have had beautiful experiences. And all these things go to that pastor, Pastor Paul, who stopped by and called your name. Ezekiel, what are you doing today? Just imagine where you would have been. Maybe still somewhere, just running after some cars, some vehicles, selling some stuff. If that teacher, if that pastor hasn't stopped you and called your name, and you felt a sense of importance. Who am I, someone to call my name? I know that was how you felt.
Definitely.
That's the work of a teacher. He makes you know that you are relevant. You can be this, you can be that, according to your definition of who a teacher is. Okay, viewers, I trust you've been enjoying this amazing interview. We'll get back to you after this break. Sit down and relax. We'll be right back. You're welcome back to the amazing program, My Teacher, The Reward. And we still have here Mr. Ezekiel, whose interview has been so phenomenal. Okay, Mr. Ezekiel, what are you going to tell our viewers there about this program, and why they should come and say thank you to that teacher who has been so inspiring to them?
All right. Thank you so much for being a part of this program, everyone, from wherever you are watching all over the world. Without a teacher, you could be nothing. And one of the greatest things I've learned today is we need to appreciate our teachers.
Yeah.
Sometimes they also go through things as humans, and they need to feel appreciated. They need to know that they're making a great impact in the lives of people. And as people, we need to encourage our teachers. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you for supporting this program. Thank you so much. And you will also find fulfillment wherever you are. And please also be a good teacher to everyone around you, every child, everyone around you. Every day we learn from everybody.
Yes.
Everybody has, as long as you're human, you should have a value to add to the next person. It could be an idea. There's nothing too small. It could be an idea you're contributing to the society. So please be a blessing, be an asset. Thank you.
Wow, thank you. That's so beautiful. Oh, thank you, viewers. Thank you for your time. Thank you for your patience. Thank you for enjoying our program today. And I trust that you got the best of it. If you're watching us and you've yet not said thank you to that teacher, you've yet not said thank you to that instructor, to that boss, this is your opportunity. Wait no longer. Thank you, Mr. Ezekiel, for coming to this program. Yeah, you're welcome.
Thank you so much, Ma.
Yeah.
Such a pleasure.
On this platform, on the next episode, to say thank you to that teacher who's been so inspiring and who has contributed to making you a success today. Once again, I remain your host. I'm Prosperous Onibamo. Thank you for watching My Teacher, The Reward. Till we meet again. Thank you.